Jameis now on first down.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
For these two teams, the Saints and Niners, they played maybe the game of the year in the NFL in 2019. Had 94 points between them. Lead changes left and right. Breeze had 5 touchdowns, 4 for Garoppolo. And you might remember the catch and stiff-arming run by George Kittle where he just refused to go down. And then in the end, it was Robbie Gould who would kick the field goal as time expired, and the Niners would win it 48-46.
Winston from the gun on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks, sprayed in to those baseball players. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 73 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Javon Kinlaw
able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. The pressure gets to him again. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big time play for a touchdown.
Charlie Gold to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Niners will go on offense first and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the 49er first
back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third and short. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Back to throw now on first down. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So they got the deal done. And now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They're going to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
That is caught at the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line.
They'll run with Mostert. And this time
And he is in. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He's got a first down inside of midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll throw again. Winston. Harris has it over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Lutz good on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
that's the excuse that you always use for something like that.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that word?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. 2nd and 15. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
San Francisco.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2-touchdown. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
You have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him. There's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Here's a 2nd and 7. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 27. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, 49ers.
They'll drop the throw. They'll buy some time right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, they'll cut by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking.
14.
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 33-yard line.
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Fred Warner.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This is taken at the 23. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
3rd down. And
off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
The 3rd down pass.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, Winston. Throwing the out incomplete. It's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion, Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain.
4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
Alvin Kamara.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Back now here live in New Orleans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
On the carry. Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of
this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Latavius Murray stopped up short, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Demario Davis there on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jameis now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
A gain of 5 brings up...
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Demario Davis on the tackle.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Mostert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
At the 33-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Mostert again.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Down at the 23.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout.
On the pickup.
It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for it all. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
For Trent Taylor, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Third down pass. Intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Niners, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.